I'll show you today how to attach a slider to a zipper tape. If you have the zipper, but the slider and tape separately, it's tricky to deal with. When you put the slider on one part of the tape, it's hard to attach the other part. You can try different ways, but today I'll show you two methods. They work best. For the first method, you'll need a fork, just a regular kitchen fork. The prongs of the fork need to hold the slider, but be careful. Don't insert the fork prongs where the slider's prongs will be. I mention this because it might not be clear in the video what I'm doing. The fork prongs must go under the slider handle. That's the movable part you grip when you want to unzip or zip the zipper. The fork must go under this handle. One fork prong from one side and the other from the other side. Only then will you be able to put on the zipper tape. It doesn't matter how you hold the fork with the slider, whether the slider's handle is facing towards you or away. Now just insert the tapes. Do it evenly, simultaneously. Then the tape will be correctly attached. And you can zip up. Just remove the fork, watch again, place the slider on the fork and insert the tapes. Thanks to the fork, there's no problem attaching the slider. Once you've lightly inserted the second tape, the zipper practically closes itself. Let me show you another way. Without using a fork, this works if you don't need such a long zipper. Take scissors and cut the tape right after the prongs. About 1 centimeter is enough. Cut off that piece. Now, put the slider on the longer tape. Slide it up. Align the tapes so their lengths are equal. The slider must be at the same height on both tapes. Insert the other part of the tape. Now you'll attach the slider easily, and the zipper is securely closed. Watch again. Align the tapes. Slide the slider onto the tape. Slide it up. Zip up after attaching the second tape. And it's done. Take a notebook and tear out a sheet. Thread the needle in 1 second. Do you also have problems threading the needle? Can't you hit it with the thread? Sometimes your hands shake too much, or maybe your sight is already too weak. Other times the thread doesn't want to cooperate. You try to thread it, but nothing comes of it. Every attempt ends in failure, and you're losing patience. You even try to cut the tip of the thread to make it easier to thread. Without success, then use the school method. Tear out one sheet from the notebook. Fold it in half. Cut it into 2 parts. Cut off half of one sheet. Such a small sheet that unfolds is enough. Thanks to it, you will be able to thread the needle. Take the thread and unfold the sheet. Place the thread at the fold of the sheet. The thread must protrude from both sides. Take scissors and cut the sheet diagonally so that a sharp tip of the sheet is formed from the side where the thread starts. Now insert the sharp tip of the sheet into the needle hole. When the tip of the sheet passes through the hole, tear it off. In your hand, you will have the needle threaded. See how simple it is. You can do this even with a smaller needle. Then only the sheet of paper needs to be more trimmed. Then you will also thread the needle. It only takes 2 minutes to shorten your pant legs, and the result is surprising. You can do it even if you've never sewn before. Start by trying out this trick. First, grab a measuring tape. Use chalk or a piece of soap to mark a line at the point where the pants are too long. This is where you'll shorten one leg first. Next, prepare a needle and thread. Follow my movements. Insert the needle at the bottom of the leg, just above the folded hem, and then push the needle through along the chalk line. Repeat the same stitch half a centimeter further along the same line. Once you've got the hang of it, continue stitching all around the pant leg. When you're done, simply pull on one end of the thread, and the pants will pull up on their own. See, it's not difficult, and the result looks fantastic. You can't tell the pants were shortened, and it's comfortable too. The leg is now shorter, just as you wanted. Don't roll up your pants. It visually shortens your legs. There's a simple and quick way to shorten your pants without cutting or sewing. You don't need to spend money on a tailor. This simple trick will save you in such a situation. When you buy new pants that are too long, you don't have to take them in for shortening. However, too long pant legs look bad and don't sit right. You can roll up the legs, but that's not the best solution. Use a simple trick with a rubber band. Determine how much too long the pants are. You can shorten them in a few seconds. Put a rubber band on the pant leg. Start rolling up the pants as I show you. This way, you'll hide the rubber band under the rolled-up pant leg. Adjust the length of the pants. This is how it should look. Now there's one more step. Turn the end of the pant leg over the rubber band. You'll create a fold that hides the rolled-up part, and you're done. The pant leg is perfect, and no sewing is needed. All you needed was a rubber band. Chewing gum can be removed from clothes without leaving a trace, and it's possible in 2 simple ways. Freeze the gum on the fabric by holding an ice cube over it. I don't have ice, so I'm using a frozen strawberry. After a few moments, the gum will harden and be much easier to remove. Use a plastic card to scrape it off. Watch how I do it. It's like magic. But there's another method just as effective. If you want to remove gum quickly, here's a reliable way. Grab an iron and a piece of white paper or paper towel. Place the paper over the gum and iron it for a few seconds. The gum will soften and stick to the paper. Be careful not to leave the iron on too long to avoid melting the gum into the fabric. If the gum has been there for a while, use a plastic card to scrape it off. The heated gum will stick to the plastic, making it easy to peel off. This is how you can quickly remove a grease stain from your pants. Sprinkle the stain with cornstarch, talcum powder, or baking soda. These substances will absorb the oil. I have baking soda. Wait a few minutes for the soda to absorb the grease. Place a piece of blotting paper or a paper towel over the soda, then take an iron. Iron the fabric through the blotting paper on a low temperature. The blotting paper will absorb some of the grease that hasn't penetrated deep into the fabric. Shake off the excess soda and wash the pants, and the stain will be gone. Put a piece of this foil in your pocket before you get dressed, and you won't believe what happens. Take a sheet of aluminum foil, use scissors, and cut a wide strip. Around 10 centimeters is ideal. Spread a small amount of petroleum jelly evenly in a thin layer over the foil. Next, sprinkle some dried lavender onto the foil. Lavender has antibacterial and antifungal properties. Then, add some dried mint. The combination of dried mint and lavender creates a perfect mix. The petroleum jelly helps keep the herbs in place. Fold the foil carefully, creating a sealed packet, ideally in a rectangular shape. Take a toothpick and poke small holes on one side, allowing the natural scent of the herbs to release. These sachets are now ready to use. Mint adds a refreshing, cool scent that effectively freshens fabrics, while lavender has a calming effect and deters moths. Place these packets in your closet with clothes and in each pocket. Mint and lavender can help relieve stress and improve sleep quality. So place one under your pillow or bed to add protection against spiders and cockroaches.